Well, ladies and gentlemen, it goes as you'd expect when it comes to Unknown 9 Awakening, just absolutely failing on its opening launch release date, having less than 300 concurrent players playing this game. And what's funny to me is that, again, the modern audience is so small that these developing companies tend to lash out millions of dollars towards them, even though hardly any of them show up. But it's also funny that a lot of these DEI consultancy companies, when they work on these games, they can't seem to at least get more than 300 concurrent players when it comes to these unknown titles or franchises such as Dustborn, even Concord with the backing of PlayStation on that game had around 700 concurrent players. And then you're having Unknown 9 Awakening here, sitting currently at 248 players playing the game. And again, this game is receiving a lot of backlash and criticism when it comes to it not being polished, to the charge that these developers are looking for being at $50 just for the game, even though the game only has a playtime worth of about 8 to 10 hours. And it makes you wonder, why are they charging so much just for so little? And before we do go even more in depth, please don't forget to subscribe, like or dislike, it doesn't matter, helps this channel, and I much appreciate it. So when you go over to Unknown 9 Awakening's Steam homepage, you can already see that the reviews are absolutely terrible for this game, sitting at mostly negative with only 16 reviews, which isn't a lot, but still. And again, they're asking $50 for this game just so you get about 10 hours max on gameplay and playtime. It's absolutely atrocious. And when you're comparing games such as Black Myth Wukong, in which they're charging $60 for the regular version or $70 for like the deluxe edition, and you're easily going to be able to get 30 plus hours of playtime for that game, why will gamers go out to buy a game that has way less of a playtime? It makes you wonder. And again, if we go into a deep dive on the review aspect of this game, so the first review that you see right here, it's recommended, but I always find these to be very important. When you find these recommended reviews, you look down here and see how many people found it helpful. And with this one, 10 people only found it helpful, whereas this person has 51 and so on, 37, which is not a lot. And I also want to point out that the number one review on here, this person received this product for free. And guess what? He is only recommending playing it if you can get it on sale and if you like the genre and or the style. But of course, he's going to recommend it because you received the game for free. This person also recommends the game. There are pros and cons for me. The pros outweigh the cons by a significant bit. Pros, I'm enjoying the voice acting, combat, and the story so far. Cons, animation can get a bit wonky in cutscenes, so the game can feel older than it is. And then I just want to get into the not recommended section. And already, you can tell a lot more people are finding these reviews more helpful than the ones that are being recommended. With this person's review sitting at 331 people finding it helpful, this one finding over 600 people finding it helpful, and then you have 232 and 203. Anyways, you can see the trend here, what I'm trying to showcase. And if we just read two of these reviews, this first one right here, got this game for free because I got a new CPU and I gave it a try before AMD sent me an email about this being included. And what I got for free alongside Space Marine 2, I didn't even know this game was a thing, and honestly, it should have stayed that way. The faces are clunky, the enemies just stiff up and fall like figurines when defeated. Ran okay, but during transitions, game almost blew itself up. Honestly, the game feels and looks like it's mid-development with no polish. Should have cooked for at least another year. Save your money. This sucks. And this is a trend that we continue to see in the gaming industry with games being released unpolished, yet a lot of these developers are charging full price for these unpolished games that don't have the quality. And then this person's review states this: got this game for free, not sure how Anya Chalotra agreed to this character model, lol. And she also, I believe, played in the Witcher series, so seeing her going from that to this is quite surprising. Combat is the clunkiest he's seen. There's a cutscene that you want to play in the background while you read something on another monitor. Well, you can't. The game will pause when you alt-tab. Why would you do that, for God's sake? Camera movement is so annoying, especially when you are going through cracks in the terrain, which seems like the only way they could end up to move between areas. Enemy AI feel like a joke. You can kiss them on the forehead before they see you. Normal difficulty. Enemies keep gliding instead of walking for some reason. Anyways, you get the picture of what I'm trying to show you guys, that this game is just absolutely atrocious. But then again, you're having people defending this game, and you're wondering who is defending this game when you're having reviews such as this. And again, it is the target audience that these developers are trying to push, and it is that modern audience. You're having people within the Steam community page of this game saying that it didn't fail. Or this person right here saying, stop calling Sweet Baby Inc. and similar companies a bad thing. And it just continues to go on and on and on. It's about a 50-50 split. Yeah, this person saying this game is worse than Concord, which is very surprising to me. If you go into some of these community pages, it gets absolutely atrocious. This person right here, Valkyria, it makes me laugh how the anti-woke community is storming the Steam forums for an indie game and trying to claim that its small player base is due to DEI/SBI being involved. This is no different to Dustborn. This is a small development team making an indie game and not really having an established IP or a ton of marketing to get the massive player numbers that they claim it would have without DEI. Now, the thing is, when you're having publishers such as Bandai Namco that have a crap ton of money, these types of publishers are able to do the marketing for you. They're able to get a lot more eyes on this game. But again, it looks like they failed at that aspect of it. And this game is also failing because of it. But even if they were to lash out millions of dollars in marketing, you'd still expect that this game would appeal to the average gamer. More than likely, absolutely not, especially with what we saw with those reviews. He continues, all of the people who hate DEI and are paranoid/obsessed with Sweet Baby Inc. aren't even gamers. These people just watch YouTube rage bait videos made by anti-woke grifting channels. I hate to break it to you, but the anti-woke community isn't even 1% of the gaming community, and the majority of them won't play anything released after 2011 for whatever reason, LOL. And then you can spin it back to this person saying that the modern audience community or the LGBTQ plus community isn't even 1% of the gaming community as well. You can spin it that way if Valkyria here is spinning it that way. As a former Ubisoft employee, wow, I'm surprised. I'm disappointed in how these people behave and conduct targeted harassment against smaller studios. I'll be picking up a copy of the game to support the developers. You people are beyond ridiculous. If you actually thought this game was going to have tens of thousands of people playing it at launch, and they're only here because you were conducting a hate raid due to whatever YouTuber you watched make a video on it, anything with the LGBTQ tag on Steam is often targeted and thus trolled by these people. Many of them I see in countless other Steam forums, and they act like this because the Steam forums are quite the moderator's nightmare to handle, from what I can tell. Anyway, I'll be glad to support the game and hope those behind it don't let these bigots get to them. Of course, we are bigots. And boy, oh boy, I can't tell if this was sarcastic or what, but this person's getting, there's a lot of criticisms or critiques to this post. This person's saying right here, get back to the Dragon Age, the fail turd forums, but take your meds and go see your psychiatrist, love. You're getting delirious now. Schizophrenia is one hell of an illness. Anyways, I'm not going to be getting into that, but it's also not surprising that this game is failing when you're having things such as this, which you should take with a grain of salt, of people saying that they're insiders who have access to 800 plus big box stores and their pre-order numbers of the game, saying that some of these stores are totaling only 46 pre-orders, but of course 12 were canceled, so actually there were only 34 physical copies that were sold. Again, it kind of makes sense when you're not having that much sales in the physical realm. You're probably not going to have a lot of sales even in the digital realm. And with all of that in mind, let me know your guys' thoughts on this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye-bye.